What up, everybody? Keith again, MJKL Speedworks. Back out here with old Ratchet Reeba again. And I finally bought some new parts, y'all. Alright, if anybody's been paying attention, hopefully you have. The last video I did on the engine was tearing it down. Here it is torn down. Oh. It's nasty as shit. I'll link the first videos, or the last video of the first set of videos here, which is just a teardown video and everything I found. It's been sitting here coated in lubricant, so nothing rusted. However, the thing was already covered in like a layer and a half of crud and shit. So it's all good. Wasn't going anywhere. Anyway, I have bought some stuff henceforth. I'm not the richest guy in the world, so it takes me a while to buy stuff. I have to kind of do it in stages, y'all. It's just the way it is. I don't have, put that away real quick. I don't have this big, huge fund. So if I work a little overtime, or if I can sell some parts or move some stuff around here and there, that's the money I use to put into this car, okay, guys? Simple as that. This is a real life, hey, I'm a normal guy car build. I don't have a sponsor. I don't have all this money laying around, dude. I'm just a regular guy. So all that being said, I bought some stuff. I'm going to be doing a turbo. So I've been looking into doing it the easiest way possible. This is just a oil cooler adapter block off plate that goes down to a 1/8 inch NPT, N as in Nick, NPT thread. So you can put a 1/8 to -4 or dash whatever oil feed to go to your turbo. It will bolt up right over here on the damn oil filter. Oh, excuse me, I'm burping. It'll bolt up right over here on the oil feed. It'll just bolt right to it. That'll give us our turbo feed, come with an O-ring. It was a whopping like $5. So we'll throw that on the budget. I'm putting this motor together myself. I fully anticipate blowing it up at some point. So I made an investment and bought a ring compressor, but it's not the irregular old cheapo Harbor Freight one. I paid just a little bit more money for this one. It's a Sugar Flat Performance 4-inch tapered bore spring compressor, ring compressor. If you look, the top of this is slightly thinner than the bottom. So whenever you drop your piston with your rings in here, it will slowly compress them. And, you know, we'll pop our pistons right in. That was a whopping $20. I know that was a little more because the spring compressor from Harbor Freight is like $5 or some shit. And I looked at it and I thought, you know what? That thing just looks finicky and irritating. And I've said it before, y'all. You don't want to come out here and get irritated. You want to have fun, y'all. This is fun. This is life. And on a previous video, I also showed you the bores, how nice and smooth and glazed over they were. Which in reality, for a regular old engine, that'd be awesome. However, we don't have a regular engine. We're going to make a shit ton of power and try to blow it up. So we need those cylinder walls to have a crosshatch. Well, I don't want to pay a machine shop to do it. I want to do it. So I bought a Flex Home. I got this on Amazon. This is a 100 to 105 millimeter, which is 4-inch to 4 and 0.105 more than 4 inches ball home. It's 400 grit. You can choose the grit that you want. I picked 400, which isn't as aggressive. It's a little bit light. You know what? Probably. It's a little bit light. But that just means I can do it a little more and take my time with it, and I don't have to rush. I don't have to be super, super careful. I can kind of gradually just do it more as I need, which is cool, right? And then if I want to do another crosshatch when I blow it up, I can just, you know, quickly boop, boop, do a crosshatch and make those piston rings grip a little bit better to those cylinder walls. That wasn't a trash bag. I'm pretty pissed. So also, to clean these cylinders out with, I did a good old dollar store run on the way home today and bought a $1 toilet brush from the dollar store. Yeah, guys. We'll clean up the walls with that. It was $1. Come on, right? I didn't want to use the one in the house and get the girlfriend pissed that I ruined something from the house like I did that scale right there. I also got some good old heavy duty easy off oven cleaner. That's to help me clean all the gunk off the block. It's got shit all over it, inside it, everywhere. All these little galleys, I'm going to clean every one of them out, y'all. All of them. Everything's getting blown out, brushed, scrubbed. The outside, I got wire wheels. We'll clean it all up, make it look nice again, make it look presentable. We'll shoot it with a coat of paint, you know. Well, hey, let's do it right. Let's do it right the first time. Let's not do it 3 times and then say, man, we should have did it right the first time. Also, when you're using a flex hone, you need some lubricant. I watched many videos on this. Many video. A lot of guys just use WD-40, which I'm cool with. I'll probably use WD-40 at some point. However, this block is nasty as shit. So, automatic transmission fluid actually has a little detergent in it. And it'll actually help pull the tiny, tiny, tiny little metal fragments that you remove whenever you're honing the cylinder out. The scratches that you create in the cylinder wall actually leave little deposits behind. You need cutting oil for a flex hone anyway. So, hey, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? A quart of transmission fluid was $2.50. Big money, right? Big money grip. So what was that? $2.50, $5 for the LS oil cooler to 1/8 inch NPT thread for our oil turbo feed. It's $5. That's $7.50. Spring compressor was $20, $27.50. Oven cleaner was $2. Come on, $10, really? Toilet brush, you're really going to count $1, but I'll throw it in there. We'll make it a legit $10. The flex hone, I did pay $30 for that. I'm not counting that on tools, though. We don't count tools on the price of the cost of the car. You could have spent this money and take it to a machine shop, had them hot tank it, and professionally have them bored out with a real crosshatch, with a real Bridgeport machine, and actually, you know, do the cylinders right. They would also have done a line bore, replace the cam bearings, blah, 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 blah. Dude, we're just going to send it. So, I didn't do all that. I was going to do it in real life, like, you know, regular guy style. So, you know, a couple dollars, man. I didn't spend too much. However, I do got some parts coming pretty soon. Just don't have them yet. I've got some head gaskets coming that I haven't bought yet. If you remember the previous video, my lifters are shit because the cam was a little scratched up, which scratched up the lobes on the lifter. So I've got lifters coming to go with my head gaskets. I was also missing a dowel pin. I've dropped it and lost it. And dowel pins were like $3, so I'm going to get some more dowel pins. What else do I need, y'all? Oh, head studs. Head studs. I'm going to get some ARP head studs and a pack of ARP head stud lube. And that should finish up the top end. And pack 12 18 valve springs. I don't have any of those yet. I'm still waiting. That's a big purchase. Those are like $150 or so. And I didn't want to spend $150, so I had to, right? Because I'm cheapo, guys. LS9 head gaskets are $120, by the way. This oil adapter feed goes on the side of the oil pan, actually. Right here. Boop. You see the O-ring right there. And it just goes around both those. Hey, turbo feed. And we'll actually, when we get ready to put it back in, I'm going to drill a hole here in a later video. We'll drill a hole and tap it and put our drain in. And that'll be that. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to move this hunk of shit over here. I'm going to get some hot water and some soap and kind of clean up a little bit on this thing. Spray it with some oven cleaner. And we'll get ready to get the bigger drill out that I've got. I've got a bigger drill that I hardly ever use. Big Milwaukee. Use that so I can get a little bit steadier speed on the flex hone. Kind of control it a little bit. And we'll do one cylinder on camera, or two maybe, and then do the rest of them off because it takes a while. And I don't want to spend 12 hours making a video, y'all. I'm a little bit lazy. All right, so I'm going to move some stuff around. We'll be back. All right, y'all. I got some lubricant in the form of automatic transmission fluid on the ball home. I've got some down there in the cylinder. I got these wiped out. You can see exactly how smooth they are again. I mean, it's like glassy smooth. And when we're done, we're going to have a nice crosshatch pattern. And you can kind of see the oil I've got slobbered around on this one. All right, the way you do this is, they want you to do it between 600 and 800 RPMs. If you have a drill you can set that at, that's awesome. I don't. What I'm going to try to imagine as I'm doing this is the sound of an engine when it's idling, because, you know, engines typically idle at, 600 to 800 RPMs. So I'm going to try to imagine that rhythm as I'm doing this. You want to go one plunge with your hone every second or so. Very steady and smooth. Keep it smooth. You start this as it's going in. You don't put it in there, then start it. You got to start it before, and you got to pull it out in the same fashion. Lastly, at the end, you speed up just a little bit to help achieve that 45-degree angle that you want. But we're going to give it a whirl first and see how it looks. If we don't like it, we can always do a little more. It's all good. These are original walls. We're going to be gapping our piston rings anyway, so we're going to lose a little material regardless. And that's perfectly fine. If this doesn't work out, we can always just stop. So anyway, I'm going to give it a whirl here in a second. We'll try to get it on video. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to pull that off yet, because I'm trying to stay out of the way of stuff because it's going to get a little messy. So yeah, I don't know. Let me try to figure something out real quick. All right, let's try to give this a whirl here. I'm not exactly sure you're going to be able to see, but I don't have a fancy camera and stand, so just got to send it. I got some gloves. I don't think it's going to help, but I still got some. All right, let's give her help. Fits just perfectly. Let's see what we got. I'm going to tell you guys, that looks pretty fucking good, I think. I got to go more for sure. It looks like. I think I got to go more. But I can see the material coming off. Yeah. It definitely has some scratches in there. Not exactly the 45 degrees I'm wanting. But I can definitely see it starting to scuff up some. So we've got a ways to go. See if I can get a shot of it for y'all. Hey, there we go. You can see it starting to scuff some, but it's still not very deep at all. You can't, obviously you can't feel it. It almost still feels smooth, like glazed over something. So there's the other one. Not done at all. You can see it kind of throws shit everywhere here. It's a little messy, so sorry, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with it for a while here, and I'm going to turn the camera off. We'll try to get an angle that you can see pretty well. I'll get the light down here. I just got it plugged in for my drill right now after we do it a little more. But as you see, looks good so far. Oh, yeah, look at that now, damn it. That is what I'm talking about. I could just still stand to go a little more, I think. You see the staining down there in the bottom of the cylinder? It used to look like this at the bottom of the cylinder, that crap you see right there on the left. And it's stained a little bit down there. And it doesn't matter because the piston doesn't go down that far, obviously. And you can still see it a little under there. And I still think you could keep going if you wanted to. You could probably just keep digging. It's not exactly 45 degrees, y'all. Notice that? It's more like a linear scratch. But there is some lift to it. It isn't clean either. This is with dirt and shit in there. So I'll get another shot when we get it cleaned up some. But it looks pretty damn good, y'all. I'm tickled with it already, honestly. Like, I'm already feeling pretty fucking good about it. Do it a little more here and see what happens. All right, y'all. 4 down, not cleaned, simply just ball honed with my fancy little $30 ball hone off of Amazon. Look at how freaking amazing that looks, y'all. Look, say whatever you've got to say. I am not a machinist. I have never done this before. Don't tell me you can't fucking do it, y'all. I don't want to hear it. You can do this. For example, let's see the other side. Yeah, man. Not touched. Now we're going to make this fucking thing glow here in a couple minutes. So, a little determination, y'all. A little effort. You can do this. This thing was crud covered, nasty, and used. I just can't describe it any better. It's amazing. This thing works great. I might only get 2 or 3 engines out of this ball hone, right? Because as you see, I mean, it wears out. If you look, it kind of gets flat spots. You see carefully there? Little flat spots. Eventually that ball hone's going to wear out, okay? And when it does, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy another one. And I may even break down and buy the cheap one from Harbor Freight for like 13 bucks. But honestly, I'd rather just pay $30 for what I know works. I've watched several videos on this. I'm not going to say this crosshatch lasts forever because I don't think it will. Do I expect this motor to last 20,000 miles? Hell no. I expect it to last maybe 5,000 miles of me beating the shit out of it. I'll probably never get 5,000 miles on it, y'all. It'll be an 1/8 mile at a time. I'm going to drive it to the grocery store and stuff, sure, but I'm going to beat on it in between. And most likely, it's going to need to be refreshed, torn apart, and rebuilt. You're not building an 800 to 1,000 horsepower engine to last 20,000 miles. This is not a GT500. This is not a Dodge Demon. This is not one of those gay-ass Camaros. None of that. This is a 800 horsepower truck engine that was not designed for this. So, I know it'll work, though. It very well may last longer than this, but I don't expect it to, okay? I expect to make 800 to 1,000 to the wheels. I expect to go 6.5 and 1/8. I expect to do 1,000-foot burnouts. I don't know what else, y'all. This is, I'm a little bit lost for words. I mean, I really am. That's fucking amazing. With the cheap drill that I got from the pawn shop like 7 years ago, dude, and I never use it. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to get to work on this side. Yeah, I'll be back. Quick update. Just for the hell of it, I broke out my cordless DeWalt. I wanted to see what would happen if I tried it on low speed. And I got to tell you, it's even better with a cordless DeWalt on low speed. So if you compare this crosshatch and this one that I've done with the cordless to this one, it's more deep. Crosshatch is deeper. There's still some there, and that's fine. It ain't gonna hurt anything. But I like it better over here. I think it looks better. Now, I haven't finished this cylinder. I just gave it a quick shot because I wanted to see what it worked better. And it does. It works really well, as you see. Nice cross hatches. So, a little more on this one. I've got all 8 of them with a shot on it, though. This side's already done. Working on this side now. And I finished this last cylinder, which is actually number 1. Or number 2. Number 2. We're almost done, y'all. I'm super tickled. I'll be done in a minute. We'll be back. All right, guys. Cross hatching done. I'm more than tickled with that. This is not even cleaned with any soap or water. This is straight after the ball home. There's lots of metal deposits and whatnot still in there. We'll clean all that out with some soap and water. Right now, I'm just going over the head surface with a razor blade attached to a pair of vice grips because I don't have one of them fancy razor scrapers. This is the cheap and dirty way. And, you know, we scrape. Just make sure we get everything cleaned off, blah, 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 you know, so forth and so on. Haven't done this side yet, but I will. After I scrape this other head side, I'm going to get out the wire wheel and I'll go over the surface here. I'll get it all nice and smooth because it's still got some rough spots. You don't have to have this perfect. The LS9 head gaskets basically have like a composite, not composite, the fuck you want to call it. It's some kind of glue on the head gaskets that when you put the head on there and you clamp it down, it kind of seals for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, these things didn't come from the factory perfect. They did have some cross hatching on them, and they were smoothed out, but they weren't perfect. And that was the factory head gasket. And these LS9 head gaskets are actually 7-layer, which is awesome. They're going to be great for boost, and we're going to send it. So I'm going to scrape away here, clean off the other side too. I'll probably make multiple videos here, y'all. I'm going to do the video of cleaning up this block. I'm already made my mind up. Tomorrow, I'll do a video of cleaning up the pistons because we got to do just like we did here with the block. We got to clean those pistons up too. They're nasty as shit. Then we'll do a video of maybe painting the block and making it look nice. There's some other parts that are dirty as shit over there on the shelf. You know, we can slowly go through that. All this will be in the same series of videos. Then we got to put this thing back together, y'all. I'm really tickled to put it back together. I've never done it before on an LS. I've done some Hondas. I've never done an LS. So we got everything we need sitting over here, y'all. Bearings, pistons, heads. You know, only thing I don't have is the head gaskets, like I said, and head studs. Could reuse those bolts, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna spend a little bit of money and make sure they work. I recommend you guys do that too if you're gonna go this route. The nice tick cam is under there. We'll break that out and show it whenever we get ready to put it back in and stuff it in the block. And, you know, we got some other random shit there. So I've got to go back together. You see how nasty these pistons are. We're going to make them bitches shine like a new quarter in the next video probably. Anyway, I'm going to keep plugging away here, y'all. And we'll try to get a little shot of it when I'm done. We'll be back. All right, so it's like 25 degrees outside. And it's about 50 degrees in the garage here. And I got some hot water. And you can see how hot the water is. It's steaming off my hand. Hot soapy water here. I'm just going to... After you do this, you got to clean the cylinders out some. And I've got my cheap-ass AutoZone drain pan there. So we'll just hit this with a rag first. See what happens. Remember, I got my brushes and stuff over there. I want to give them a whirl too. The motor's cold. Block. It's very cold. It's been sitting out here in the garage. No heat out here, y'all. Just full send, basically. Shit coming out of it. All right, let's try a brush. Just see what happens. Worst case, Ontario. Doesn't work. But I want to know. I know. Making a mess. Send it. Be nice if they made a 4-inch toilet brush, wouldn't it? That'd be badass. Just cleaning the metal back out of this because using the lubricant and the ball horn kind of leaves a film of crud all over it. You do not want that in the engine. Not going to kill anything, but it's not good either. So, see that shit coming out? Look at there. Very nice. All right. And a test, I know this from before, a test you do to see if it's amply cleaned is you wipe it dry and hit it with a nice clean dry rag. Sorry y'all. Hit it with a nice clean dry rag and see if you get anything off. And if you don't, well then you're good. Still may be some fine particles in there, and that's just the way it's going to be. Nothing you can do about that. That looks pretty damn good, y'all. Look at that shit. Oh, look at that crosshatch. Tits! Look at the shit that come off. There's still stuff coming off. That means there's still stuff in there, y'all. I'm just blown away at how good that looks. I mean, the guys don't get it. Yeah, still stuff. That means we keep scrubbing. And we'll just send it some more. All right. Some more. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. The drip pan is working like a charm. Toilet brush is awesome. Somebody's going to roast me for that. I don't even care. All right. I'm probably going to stop at this tonight. I'm going to do this. It's already about after midnight. I didn't sleep much last night. Thinking about doing this all night. Didn't go to bed till about 1:45 or so. I only got about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Well, actually, 4 hours of sleep. So, I want to get some sleep tonight, y'all. Or try. Yeah. Welcome to insomnia. Talked about it before. What you can do, deal with it. Send it. That's from the bottom of the block. That's not from the cylinder walls. That's from way down in there. I'm just wiping crap out. Again, it's just soapy water. Who cares? Not hurting anything at all. Let's get a dry it off here, and I'm going to wipe it down with a big clean dry one. Sorry, if I just touch this drip pan the wrong way, it fucking falls over. Because it's not made to be on an engine stand. It's made to be under a car. You know? But you know how good that thing's working right now? Look at that. That's catching all kind of shit. And I like that. I may be getting a GoPro, y'all. And I won't have to hold this damn phone. Maybe the quality will be better. Stuff like that. Like more you guys will subscribe instead of like 25 or whatever. One can dream. Much better. I mean, there's still a little. See that? Could keep going. But I'm not. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to clean it more later. Move on to the next one. We'll just go down the line and clean and clean and clean and clean and clean and clean. And I think we'll work on cleaning the block some more tomorrow. Like I said, getting late. I hit it with a wire wheel. Look at that. Where I hit it with a wire wheel. I also wire wheeled the surface here. And I'm going to tell you, this thing is way smoother, y'all. It looks, not the prettiest, but that's okay. It's really, really smooth. Just stained a little. Who cares about some stains? I don't. I'm just blown away how good that crosshatch looks. Ha! All right, we'll be back. All right, very nice. Everything has been crosshatched, honed out, great. Highly recommend Flex Home brand ball hone. For the money, you cannot beat what it does. It works great. So I've cleaned them up with soap and water. A rag is ruined. So is my brush. I'll never get that $1 back. Sad times. I went ahead and wire wheeled, like I said, the head surface. Lightly wire wheeled it. Nothing fancy or heavy duty, just a cheap little $1 wire wheel from Harbor Freight. Same thing on this side. I just hit the head surface with it. Just to, smooth it off. Nothing fancy. Crosshatch looks great. Look at that shit, dude. God! Went ahead and put some transmission fluid on a shop towel. Coated on real good with my hand. Went down in the cylinders really well with some automatic transmission fluid. Like I said, it's detergent inside the fluid. So not only is it oil, it's also got a little bit of cleaner in there. So it'll help pull whatever little dirt might be left in the cylinder scratches there out so that we can clean it again later. And like I said, we're going to do some more work on this block. Work on cleaning it up more. I'm going to shoot it with oven cleaner and a bunch of brushes I've got. And we'll brush it and scrub it and get all the oil and gunk off that we can. We'll fire up the air compressor and we'll blow all these passages out. We're going to take a bolt from each passage. We're going to split it. All right, and with that split, we're going to run out in the screw holes here of every screw hole and dig the crud out. Because when we go to put our head studs in, the gunk inside the head studs can actually throw off the torque reading. We don't want that. We don't want none of that drama. We want it to be right. So we're going to chase these threads, clean them all out. If I had a tap, I might have. And I got to get a tap set anyway. It's a good idea. I may just get a tap set and, go through all these threads and clean all the threads out. They need to be clean. Everything just needs to be cleaned up and tidied. Here's that shit I was talking about. Look at that, dude. There's this shit that was inside the motor. Nom, 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 nom. I'm getting a little delirious, y'all. Dude, that's fucking gross. Ugh. So, just more shit to clean. We'll do it all more later. I'm going to pick up some stuff real quick and we'll end this video up here. Good deal. Motor's put back in its spot over there in the corner where it hides and awaits more power. We will dig back into it tomorrow. I've got the area somewhat cleaned up here so I don't get cussed out in the morning. I'm starting to wear down a little bit, so I'm going to try to get this video at least edited some and getting it uploaded. Might not necessarily be online tonight. Maybe I can get it online in the morning, but I have to load it up, export it, clean it up, all that good crap. So, all right, y'all know the deal. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm going to title this video so hopefully more people get to see it. And more people get some confidence and think and realize that they can do this too. You can do this if I can do it. I'm nobody special. I got a little bit of mechanical knowledge and some know-how, and I wanted to put forth the effort to do it. So you can do it too. Anyway, we'll be back with more videos later. Probably going to be like a 10-part series on getting this motor put together, but hey, whatever. Hopefully we all learn something. So until tomorrow, y'all. Peace.